Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with another video, and this time I'm talking to you about a pickups video. Some of these things I got on super clearance, sale, cheap, some full retail, and I'm gonna tell you why I got each. And then I'm not no holds barred. Every time I do a pickups video, I usually just show the stuff you can find in the store. I find stuff on eBay and local shops, and I'm going to kind of include that because I think someone who's been collecting like myself for 22 years, there are still vintage items I'm after. And I find those around the same time I find these new things I'm looking for. But I'm going to start with the new stuff, and I'm going to show you a couple of vintage items I got, and then move into a few more things. So I got a very special treat at the end of something I'm working on for a future video for those of you who are into Star Wars vintage. Hang out till then. So the first thing I want to talk about are these mini bots, and I am so ultra excited that Hasbro made these. You can get them in your Walmart right now. Like, go out right now and buy them, $8. I think $8 is a fair price. They initially said 10. I don't know if they got some lashback on that or what, but for $5, GameStop sold these for 8. But there were certain places you can find these for 5, which is the same thing, but they are made into a keychain. And the biggest difference really is the way the tailpipe is turned into a U. But I got that for $5. I got 4 of these guys for 20 shipped, like 5 years after they came out. And but I want to talk about these. The problem is the card stock is so thin. There are imperfections everywhere. And these are the best ones I could find. And I looked through every one, probably 10 or 12 Bumblebees. This is the best looking one that they had. And as a collector, I'm not going to open it. I mean, I have, 6 or 7 vintage ones. Just to have this nice, crispy new one. Looks nice. And have it on the card. I mean, I'm a carded collector more than anything. But then it kind of gets to the whole morality. Do you keep your Transformers in the package, or do you actually play with them? I think Transformers should be played with. And if you have an actual vintage one to play with it. But anyway, these things look great. I can't speak to the quality of them, but I've seen a couple reviews and nobody says anything about the quality feeling diminished from G1 or any different. So they feel pretty much straight up. Now, funny thing is, I actually, earlier this year, probably about 5 or 6 months, maybe 8 months ago, sought these out on eBay. So I got 2 of each vintage, because I noticed I didn't have my vintage collection. I thought I did. Turns out I didn't. But anyway, really great options that they put out for G1 collectors. So next I want to talk about this hot rod. And I ordered these for $12.97 or 87 cents or whatever off of Walmart.com. And Walmart.com has them. And you want to order them from Walmart.com so that you can get one placed properly. This thing is brand new, sealed. I mean, they didn't open it and fix it and change it. So this is a good run. But I ordered 2 at the same time, and I got one facing backwards and one facing forwards the right way. So I'm happy with that one. Disappointed in that one. So next I want to talk about some Fortnite options here. So I got these 2 at GameStop, and through the rest of the year, I think, at least till Christmas Eve. So 4 more days. We have the Black Knight, the Raptor. If you can get a skull guy, or a pink bunny, whatever the heck she is, cuddle team leader. I think this Black Knight's the coolest one they've come out with. The skull guy kind of looks like Cobra Kai. I want that. Not that I care about Fortnite. I mean, it really is not in my age demographic. And but I got these for buy one, get one half off. $25 each. Same price as everywhere else. They're sold out. And don't be confused by that too. Sold out doesn't mean you'll never see them again. They're coming with a massive vengeance in January. You could pre-order them at GameStop right now, all these that you want, and get the buy one, get one half off price. So don't be fooled by thinking that you can't get them. There's ways to get them. Pre-order them through GameStop. But anyway, McFarlane does a good job, I think, with making these figures. I think once the initial runs out and they move on to wave 2, The way McFarlane works, you're not gonna get wave one. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick them all up. Now my kids are into Fortnite. I'm not, and I considered buying two of each so they could open one and play with one, and then I could put back one for them as a toy collector. Fortnite, it's kind of one of those things. Fortnite is part of the problem, part of the reason that kids these days don't play with toys. Too busy playing the game. But guess what? These figures sell out. Now I let my kids pick out the best ones. Obviously, we knew this Drift is very popular, and Technique, I guess. But anyway, I let my kids pick them out, and I'm holding on to them, and they're probably going to get those for Christmas because I kind of don't care about them. Next up, we've got this vintage collection Imperial Combat Assault tank, and I think the tank is pretty cool. I like the packaging. The toy itself, I don't care about. And I hate to say this, I was not going to pay 70 or 80 bucks for this thing, which was a retail. In fact, if it completely sold out and I never got one, I'd have been fine. But this was 37 bucks on Walmart, and I'm looking around. They put a limit of 2 of these, so I can't get free shipping. Shipping would have been like 7 bucks. So I was like, well, 7 bucks off of a $37 toy, that makes it 30, just like I would have paid on Amazon. I missed the Amazon 30 deal on this. Literally, I was going to buy 2 of them for 30, but like an hour and a half after it was posted as news, they were sold out. I mean, Amazon's like that. If you don't jump on the deal within the first 20 minutes of an Amazon deal, it's sold out because there's so much of a reach that they have. So we got these guys here, and I'm really impressed with them. I think that they look really good. The Lando Skiff Guard, and I'm going to tell you why I paid a little over what if I waited and got them at Target or Walmart. I paid a little bit more. I paid, I think, like $22 each after shipping. So I ended up buying 2 of each of these, or enough for my fellow collectors to each have one. And I like to call them up when I get a deal and say, hey, you want in on this? And if you combine shipping with a seller online that's even selling more than they are in the store, if you factor in tax and all that pans out, you're probably paying about the same, maybe $1 more each. So it's not a big deal. But to know you have them, and to know, here's the problem with the massive amount of figures that are just clogging up the stores right now, and they can't get rid of them even if they sell them for $4, then the problem with that is that stores and retailers don't want to take on more of the same product. And they look at this as one product. They look at all, 75 of these figures that are out as the same exact product, clogging up the shelves. They don't look at it as particular characters. Let's get rid of them and move on. Although that's kind of what happened. Walmart got rid of all theirs for like 3 cents and moved on so they can get new stuff on the shelf. But then the solo figures clog up the shelves right now. So anyway, that means Hasbro's producing less of these. And going into next year and looking at what's going on, they're moving on to different packaging and all this stuff. These are just going to be really hard to find. So I'm all about making sure I secured at least one for myself. I don't know how many of y'all have heard that Ross is selling these guys $4 a piece. I got a couple of myself. I did not buy them all for $4 a piece. But I actually like anything that's a vintage in the 6-inch. I'm not a huge 6-inch collector. And I recently boxed up everything I have 6-inch that's not in the original trilogy and threw it in the attic and said, screw it, I don't care about that stuff. Maybe down the road I'll sell them for $5 a piece or $10 a piece, or who cares. But right now I just care about vintage. And what I'm going to display in my display rooms are only going to be the original trilogy. And these original trilogy for $4, and I couldn't pass on a few of these. Plus my kids want them. This will probably be the one right here I give to my son. Here's another one I got at GameStop, and it was actually right at $19.99. And GameStop has, I don't know why, they've switched it up, and they've started selling figures for the actual $19.99 price instead of the $22.99, which thank goodness. But some of them are still $22.99. It doesn't. They have no rhyme or reason why they do it. Just like what shows up during the time they feel like pricing it, and that's it. But I haven't seen this guy anywhere. In fact, I've not seen this guy anywhere. And I was with a collector buddy of mine, and he said, I've got one already. You should buy that because they're not very easy to get. and they've already moved on from that wave. And I was like, okay, well, I'll get it. Thank God I did. So, lastly, I just want to, this is my special treat for you guys. I'm working on finishing out my collection. I have a carded collection of these beautiful Power of the Forest mini rigs. They also call them body rigs. And I've got a loose one here. I'm trying to get loose. I got a loose ones coming in. And when I get them all, I'm going to go ahead and do a review on these guys because they're just so scarce and rare, and I don't see reviews of them. And that's kind of the videos I make. I like to make videos that I can't find and discuss them. Plus, it's fun for me because I never had these and never, laid my hands on them. So, tell me what you think about my pickups video. I picked up some vintage stuff. There it is. Like, subscribe to Daydream Hanger out.